This is Factory Fridays from boats.com, the show where we visit builders across America to get a first-hand look at their boat building techniques, materials, and stories.
Hi, I'm Marilyn DeMartini with boats.com, and we're here for Factory Fridays at Nortec High Performance Boats in Cape Coral, Florida. We're going to take you inside to show you how these go-fast boats are made. Let's go. So, I'm here with Trond Schou at Nortec High Performance Boats, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this 30-year history that you spent starting in a room that was even smaller than this, right?
That's right. We actually started with 2,400 square foot, which is half of this room. And then later, after a year, we moved actually into this particular room that we're standing in now, and we did everything in here, from rigging, glassing, upholstery, you name it, in this particular room.
And now this is just upholstery, and which is all done in-house here at Nortec. Everything from carving the high-density foam to the covering with this beautiful fabric that you use is called sill leather?
Yeah, it's the different kind of, because obviously the vinyl has over the years changed a lot, but we got a problem with the vinyl in the last few years where the environmental system doesn't allow arsenic in the vinyl anymore. With the arsenic keeps the molds away, so now there's new materials. So now we're using silicone-based materials so that they have no molding growing on it.
Well, technology is one of the things that we were talking about that Nortec has changed over the years. You were saying that right now you're working in your third generation of boat design.
Yeah, so we basically, when we started, this was a typical deep V rocker bottoms, and then later the steps came into play, and now we have the third generation, which is a whole new bottom design. Because with the new technology, we are able to get the boats to ride better, even faster with a wider beam. In the old days, the beams were obviously narrow on these type of boats. But now the beams are 10 to 12 feet wide, and we still are able to maintain the speed that we achieved with the 8-foot beam in the old days.
But the materials are lighter now too that you're using, correct?
But the bottoms are solid glass. It's a mix between the regular glass, kevlar fiber, and carbon fiber, but it's a solid glass bottom. It's not a cord bottom. The reason we're doing that is because obviously you can hit an object in the water. It could be a rock, anything that log, anything, and then that's why you need a solid glass bottom. The sides and the deck is made out of obviously the cord material that doesn't need that type of strength. So that's one of the, we've always done that from we started the company to build the boats that way, and we have been very successful that type of design. So when we started it, it's like I told you, it was basically fish boats, but now it has turned into luxury sport boats. The speed has increased tremendously since they started, and also the fit and finish in them. A fish boat used to be very basic. Now you can see it, all the materials we're using, all the system the boat has, anything from the Seakeeper stabilization system, there's sound system from Jail, which is fantastic, and the garments with the electronic, and of course with the new Mercury powered 450, it's amazing what this boat can perform.
Well, we're going to go see the workings of all of these boats as they're getting put together, but tell us about what happens here in upholstery.
In upholstery is what you see, the girls and a couple of guys, mostly girls. They are, you see they're making these patterns. So it's basically the same way as you're making a dress or a suit for somebody. You can form the seat any way we want, and that happened in this particular part of it. So after the seat is formed the way we like to see it, then the seat or the whatever backing comes here, and then they make patterns, and then they sew the pattern, just like you're making a dress or a suit.
And this foam is very dense. Mm-hmm. So they, as we see the workers doing here, they actually carve this to match the shape of whatever you're creating, whether it's a piece of seat or back like that to a combing here or whatever you're making. Yeah,
so like in order, like when you, the area where you sit in front of a seat, you want that part to be firm, or as it feels like you sit on an old pillow, you know. So then in order to keep the shape, you're using the more closed cell harder foam for that area, and we're going to be more comfortable. You have the softer material like this one. So it's a combination where you put the foam and how you design the seat, because after a while you want the seat to look good after 2 years, not being just like a worn out sofa, you know.
So again, the materials keep track with the use of the boats.
Right, exactly.
So as we segue from this area, we're going to move into rigging and assembly next.
Yes.
Let's go. So as we come out here onto the floor, this is the new part of the building that you built, what, just 2 years ago?
Yeah, we opened it 2 years ago. This is another 50,000 square foot, strictly made for the rigging and also our carpentry shop. So when you're thinking about carpentry, you're probably thinking about wood, but there is no wood in these boats anymore. It is all composite. So in lieu of the old plywood, we're using PVC. So then you don't have any problems with things going bad. And then even in the hull design, in the transom in the old days used to be laminated. The plywood is now also composite. So there is no more wood in the boats, which makes it maintenance free when it comes to that. And
so here you build all the bases for all the furnishings that are in the cabins and in the cockpits of the boat?
Correct, you know, side panels, seats, you know, anything that requires some kind of a box or a base or a bracket, it's all built here. And then, but you see it's nice and clean. You don't have any wood dust or anything like that because of that material. So it's very nice.
Well, clean is one of the things that you notice about this factory, from the epoxy floors to the surroundings. I mean, it looks like everybody takes great pride in what they do here.
We're very proud of it, and the guys are proud of it. They keep it clean. They clean up after themselves and vacuum and washes the place.
We have nice high ceilings and a lot of room. So let's go see where some of these boats are being rigged.
Sure, let's go ahead this way.
So about how many boats do you have in here at one time?
We usually have between 30 and 40. It depends on the size of them. But most of the boats you see in here are the 39s. And then on the very end, we build the 450s and the 550s. And some of the custom boats are also in the very end of the building.
And you build the 34s in a whole different building
on a different
too, right?
location, we do all the rigging. The final part of the boat is done here, which is the seats and all that stuff goes in here. But it's only here for 2 days and then it goes to the customer.
Right. And I see we've gone past boats with Mercury Racing 450s. Something else that looks pretty interesting there. Tell me about what you're doing with Mercury.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of stuff with Mercury. Obviously, we have a really good teamwork with them and they're testing new products. We are lucky to be part of that testing with them. And there's a new launch coming up real soon, so that's why the engines are covered. So what they're going to be, I can't tell you, obviously.
But we'll look forward to sharing that when they come out.
Yeah, it's going to be something very nice.
So we can see here, you've got lots of people working on everything from batteries and wiring to your engine rigging and the upholstery installations. So everything really comes together here.
Yeah, here's where everything comes together. So we basically have a team that works on the back end of the boat, and we have a team that works in the inside the console, and some people that does the dashboard, so that each group has their own projects, you know, so they go from boat to boat, so making it somewhat a production. But what's unique with our product is that when the people buy a boat from us, they can really pick and choose a lot of different options. So when you go through here, you're going to notice that not one boat are the same, they're all different. Niels is a fantastic designer. He designed all these things, and we create new product all the time. So even this year, in the end of this year, you're going to see yet another product coming out from this factory. Nobody's seen before. So
tell us just a little bit about your relationship with Niels and how that happened, that you came here to the States from Norway.
Yeah, so basically, Niels and I have been friends since we were 16, 17 years old. And I moved over here in 1984. And Niels stayed in Norway and actually built boats over there. And in 91, that's when he came over here, and then we started his boat company. And in the beginning, like I said, we were 2,400 square foot. It was only him and me building these boats, and we did everything, you know. We did rigging, upholstery, glassing, everything. So
you're not just boat manufacturers, you're boat builders.
we are real boat builders, yes, from the bottom up, for sure.
But let's go see some of these more custom jobs that you're working on.
All right.
Let's go.
So, Trond, though 39 is the bulk of your customer base, right? I mean, that's one of your most popular boats. You've gone bigger now, right?
Yeah, then we build basically a 34 and a 39 every week. But we have a huge backlog on both 34 and 39, and also the 45, which we see right here. So the difference between the 34 and 39 is that's a 10-foot beam boat. These 45s and the 50 and the 55 are 12-foot beam. The newest model we just came out with is a 50-foot version of this beam boat. We just delivered hull number 1, and we sold, I think, another 15 of those. So the sales is amazing at the moment, so which is good. So we need to step our game up and try to build them faster.
Well, we saw that 50-foot boat down at the Florida Powerboat Club event, and it was impressive.
Yeah.
But I've also noticed that you have a lot of different support mechanisms for your T-tops. Tell us about how you design your T-tops and
the T-tops is basically designed, it depends on which top you pick. A lot of these boats have different tops. And some people like the smaller one, the bigger one, with the shade, without the shade, and that type of thing. And the structure of the top, this frame is very important because that's what makes them not rattling, they don't crack and stuff like that. So we put a lot of time and effort into these tops to make them super strong. And then of course now a lot of people like the retractable shade and in the back of them, and that's what you see on some of these boats.
let's go see that 55.
So this is not just a very big boat, this is a very colorful boat. The paint jobs have changed over the years, haven't they?
Yes, they sure have. And this particular boat is a 55-footer. It has the full deck on it. So this is like a modern performance boat, but it's obviously powered with outboards. So this particular boat is going to have the new 600 Mercury engines on it, 4 of those. So that should make it go pretty fast. And it's obviously it's 55 feet and 12 foot wide. So it's a big boat.
But this is more one of your one-off kind of boats.
This is a totally custom boat. The interior and everything is totally custom.
And you have 200 people working here now, right?
That's correct, yeah. Obviously, this new building that's so clean, it's a lot easier to get people to come and work. And we work really close with the schools, as the local school was just here, and then we give scholarships to the students. So we get a lot of new different people into this business.
Well, you've done a lot of military work, haven't you, over the years?
Yeah, in the past we did for Homeland Security, basically the State Department. So they had a program way back when we were called Enduring Friendship, where we were building 4 boats to each of these different countries. So it was the Bahamas, Panama, Jamaica, to name a few. And then there was a joint venture to fight the war on drugs and also a war on the import of people from the boats. They're still in operation and it's still a successful program.
So it's great to see that over 30 years, Nortec has been able to evolve with the market and with the technology and keep building boats that your customers love.
Yeah, we're very happy for doing that, and nice to see you again as always, and looking forward to see you in the future.
Well, thanks for having us here at Nortec, and thanks for joining us on Factory Fridays on boats.com.
This is Factory Fridays from boats.com. Follow boats.com on YouTube and Instagram to stay tuned for the next episode. Visit boats.com for more videos and boat-related content. Boats.com. Everything boats.